Hello everyone and welcome to the studios here at Culpeper Media Network. My name is Jonathan Krawchuk, station manager, and it is my pleasure to welcome two amazing young ladies to the studio to talk about an incredible opportunity for the Culpeper community. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shari Landry, President of the Culpeper Wellness Foundation, and Tracie Massey, Director of the Path and Recreation and Fitness Center. Ladies, first off, thank you so much for coming in.
Sure. Thanks for having us.
Yes. So we have a lot to cover, and I know that there has been a lot of information in the paper and social media about what has been happening, but I want to hear it directly from you two. So first off, Shari, the Path Recreation and Fitness Center is a brand new facility. Culpeper Wellness Foundation has done an amazing job getting this off the ground, but I want to back up a little bit. I know it may be obvious, but I want to hear it from you. Why was it built? How did you find out what it was that you were going to build? Talk to us how the process began to where we are today.
Okay. Well, as you may know, Culpeper Wellness Foundation runs Powell Wellness Center, which is a medical fitness facility that was built by, with all kinds of community input and support, probably about 12 years ago now. So pre-pandemic, probably around 2018, we noticed that at Powell Wellness Center, we were seeing more and more families coming to that facility. And so the type of workouts that the families and the kids and the young adults wanted to do were not necessarily compatible with the kind of exercise we were looking to provide for seniors and people who were new to exercise and rehabilitating. So at that time we decided that we wanted to provide more activities for kids and families, and we stuck our toe in the water a little bit by adding a second fitness facility known as Culpeper Sport and Fitness here in town, and we rented space there. And we saw quite a number of young people and families coming to that facility. So then we began to talk a little bit more with our members. We did a youth survey to see what kids were interested in doing when they weren't at school, and how we might attract them to more positive, healthy activities. And we became interested in expanding our programs and services to meet those needs. So then in 2020, the board of directors, which it was just after the real pandemic time, our board of directors got together for strategic planning, and one of the biggest goals that they came up with was that they wanted to look at ways to support youth and address substance abuse and mental health issues primarily through prevention. And so we know that preventing substance abuse and mental health issues in large part happens when kids have positive activities to do, when they're connected to other youth and adults, when they're doing activities that challenge themselves and are new to them. So the board rallied around that idea, also wanted to look at co-locating some of our facilities, and then we stumbled upon the building on Crossroad Parkway and saw the potential, and off it went.
And I tell you what, I remember speaking with Kelsey, who is on your board, and I've seen her over the years, and I remarked to her how quickly it seemed to happen. You know, finding the location and just making it seemed like it happened so quick, or maybe you guys were just so dedicated to make it happen. Is that kind of where it was, or it seemed like you knew what you wanted to do and you went right after it?
Well, that's so interesting, because it didn't always feel quite like it was going quickly. But when I looked at that building at Crossroad Parkway with a local realtor, we were just looking at it initially to move our offices from rented space downtown to a larger space, just looking for options. And so when I walked into that building, and then he took me out into the vacant warehouse, then I, remembered the board wants to co-locate programs, and then we went outside, and there was several acres, and it just all, it was like a light bulb went off, and then the board got 100% behind it. We spent a year quietly fundraising, doing a capital campaign, and raised over 1.5 million in order to support the project, and so it did. Once we decided we were going to do it, it was all hands on deck, and we made it happen. So.
Well, with that capital campaign, raising that amount of money, and obviously with the sizable grant from the Powell Foundation, whom the facility is named after, you can obviously, I would say that it's a little bit obvious that the community is definitely behind this facility.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have so many supporters in this community, generous donors and just community partners that really saw the need for this type of facility where kids could come and families and try all different kinds of activities and just have a healthy, safe space to go and enjoy their time.
Well, and we had the opportunity not too long ago to attend the ribbon cutting, and it was a great event. And unfortunately, they got me on camera doing a golf swing that was not very good.
Great.
But that's why it's there, because I'll just keep practicing. So, ladies, if you don't mind, let's take a quick break, because we want everyone at home to see some of the ribbon cutting and see some of the facility. And we'll be back to talk a little bit more, Tracie, especially with you, as we dive deep into the facility itself.
Great.
I'd like to say good afternoon first. Thank you all for coming. It's an exciting time for the foundation and for the community, and we're so happy you could be here to help us celebrate. Given the heat today, we'll have a few comments here, and then we'll assemble for the ribbon cutting outside. At that time, you're welcome to either join us at the front entrance or continue to enjoy the refreshments that we have and company of friends here inside. I'm Debbie Bennett. I happen to be the chair of the Culpeper Wellness Foundation Board of Directors. The Board of Directors has played a big part in seeing this center come to fruition, so I'd like to ask that the current board members please raise their hands and be recognized, because this is a big day for all of us. So if you're a current board member, also any former board members, because as you know, you played a big hand in getting this off the ground. So please raise your hand if you're a past chair or past board member of the foundation. Thank you. And last but not least, without the foundation staff working tirelessly every day, we would not be here today to open this center. So staff, please raise your hand and be recognized. As you know, our mission is to improve health and promote wellness. This project represents a huge step forward towards that mission. Today we're celebrating the completion and the grand opening of this incredible new recreation and fitness center, a place where children and families will make memories for generations to come. This $6+ million project has truly been a community effort. Our board of directors pledged to raise $4.5 million to make this happen. That left $1.5 million that needed to be raised through a capital campaign, which we've done quietly over the last year. I'm thrilled to share that as of this week, we have exceeded that goal. Thank all of you who have joined in this effort. Many people have stepped up to help this center become a reality. I'd like to express our heartfelt thanks to each and every donor and take just a moment to recognize those who have sponsored various parts of the center. Sorry, I gotta turn a page. The Path Foundation, Joe and Marge Grills, the Luck Foundation, Sandy and Glenn Kelly, an anonymous donor, Atlantic Union Bank, Tony Trolio, Wortman Mechanical, UVA Community Credit Union, and also Truist. As well, Cedar Mountain Stone and Chimung Contracting have gone above and beyond in their support of our project. Now I'd like to turn it over to the Foundation President, Shari Landry.
Thank you. I think we missed a few, and that's my fault, of our sponsors. As you can see UVA Culpeper Medical Center sponsored one of the courts, and the Cannon family sponsored another. You should see signage throughout the building that recognizes the many people who have helped us make this a reality. So I cannot believe this day is finally here. I clearly remember the day that I toured the front building and the warehouse with Tom Boyd, and when we walked into the warehouse, which is now our fitness center, a light bulb went off, maybe more than one. Thankfully, our board of directors had the vision and the courage to look forward despite the pandemic and make a multi-million-dollar commitment to our community. They even chose to purchase an adjacent 9-acre lot to be sure that this facility will be able to meet future needs. Culpeper Wellness Foundation has been led and is led by a really wonderful board. Thank you to all of our board members, past and present. So this project did not go smoothly. It really hardly had one smooth moment. There were a lot of challenges, including supply chain issues that continue to haunt us. As you may have noticed, our building sign isn't up yet, and in other places we have temporary signage. But we're open, and there was a period of time when we weren't quite sure that was going to happen. I want to take this opportunity to thank a few people who persevered through some pretty rough days. Our architect, Dex Sanders, engineer Lee Baines, our team from Loudon Construction, especially our site manager, Wayne, and site work guru, Mark James. As well, we've had great support from the town and county and the Culpeper retirement community, which provided an important easement across their property. Last but not least, I'm so grateful for our staff. As Debbie already mentioned, she had the staff raise their hands, and I'm so grateful for every one of them. While many staff have been involved in this project, I want to call out Facility Director Tracie Massey, who was just instrumental in making sure all the programming and equipment and all of those things were just right. Karen Bushy, who rode a real wild roller coaster of communications. We're opening in June. No. We're opening at the end of June. Nope. We're opening in July. Nope. You know, it just went on and on. And then site manager Eric Good, who has certainly rolled with the punches and kept the project going. I'd like to ask Eric Good to come up here for just a minute. Yeah. I know. If it weren't for Eric, I have no doubt that we would not be celebrating here today. Now, Eric always takes his responsibilities seriously, but he reached a whole new level with this project. He oversaw every aspect of the warehouse renovation, the site work, permitting, approvals, and new construction. He was available 7 days, He was available 7 days a week at any time he was needed. He never lost his cool, at least in front of me, and immediately responded to anything and everything that came up. And that was a lot. With every challenge or concern, his response was the same: I got this, and he did. So, Eric, you've earned superhero status in my book, and I got you a little something to recognize that.
Really?
Could you just model it a little bit, like turn around? Thank you, Eric. I expect to see you wearing that a lot, yeah. So before we move to the ribbon cutting, I want to reiterate Debbie's thanks to our many generous donors. I hope each of you will come by often and see the center in action. We'll do everything we can to plan programming that appeals to kids of all ages and interests. We'll do our very best to remove any barriers to participation. Like building the facility, that too will be a community effort. Together we have accomplished so much, and we've just begun. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it is a beautiful facility that our community and your board worked extremely hard to bring to fruition. I guess right now to both of you, I guess I should say congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And to our board of directors was behind this 100%, and they're the ones who really, they took a leap of faith during a time when many other businesses were stepping back, and they just said, put a stake in the ground and said, we're going forward.
During the ribbon cutting, when you were talking out on the floor, I was running around trying to get some shots of individuals. And one thing I noticed that you don't see too often is the sincere look of pride in so many of the individual faces around there. I'm looking around. I know a few of those board members, and you could see their faces just lighting up. Seeing the facility, seeing how the community was excited to be there, that really had to, I thought that was really special.
Yeah, it was special.
So, Tracie, as we dive into the facility a little bit more, first off, I want to learn a little bit more about you. How in the world did you come to be the director of the Path Recreational Fitness Center?
It's actually, it was a really very easy transition and process. I'm from Fredericksburg, but my mom's family's from Culpeper, and I saw the need and applied. And Shari and I had some conversations. My experience is in fitness management, and that's where I've been in Fredericksburg for a long time. And it was a great opportunity because, as Shari mentioned, the board was growing. The board was interested in growing in a direction, especially in the fitness industry, that people were not growing. Fitness industry was pretty shut down by the pandemic.
Yeah.
So to have a place, especially a nonprofit, that's really about improving the mental well-being and the physical well-being of youth and families in Culpeper, Madison, and Orange, to see that type of growth at the time that it was coming on and in that industry was just incredible, and it was a great challenge. And it was a leap of faith, but it's been amazing. And so that's how I came to be part of this amazing endeavor.
Well, talk to us a little bit about the facility itself. I believe it's nearly 30,000 square feet.
Yes.
It's rather large.
It's rather large. We have a fitness area, which is our, a cardio, it's our gym. So mechanical weights, cardio equipment, we have a group fitness studio, we have childcare, we have a yoga room, functional training room. All of the things you would find in a gym, we have all of that. We have personal training. We have a full schedule of group fitness classes. So all of the things you would know that you would be familiar with in a fitness setting. Custom to a fitness center. But then we have the recreation center. And the recreation center is 2 full-size basketball courts, 2 volleyball courts, 4 pickleball courts, 2 batting cages that retract in the ceiling that can come down for use. We also are using our full gymnasium as a walking track. We have lots of members and guests that want to come in and use the walking track. When it's hot outside or it's raining, it gives them a place to walk. We also have a multi-sport simulator, which has golf, bowling. I know you're a fan of that. Along with dodgeball, there's a rally baseball game. There's many, many games on the simulator. And we also have activity space where we have air hockey, ping pong, cornhole, board games.
So going back to the conversation that we were having just before, with the survey and finding out, Tracie, what are you seeing when it comes to youth in the community? Are they gravitating towards something, or is everything being used as expected?
It is, the community is gravitating to everything as a whole. It's been a wonderful turnout. We've had just a great reception from the community. I would have to say the big hits are definitely basketball. We have regulated play for adults on Monday and Wednesday evenings.
I'm sorry, what was that? Monday and Wednesday
Monday and
evening?
Wednesday evenings, we have regulated play, which is 5-on-5, and you're just rotating through. And we're open to the public. We are not membership based in the rec center, so anybody can drop in and play basketball. You just pay our drop-in fees. But basketball is definitely a big hit, as is pickleball, because we are the first indoor pickleball courts, and they're public courts. Anybody can come use our indoor pickleball courts.
Yeah, pickleball. That's it's amazing how fast that has gone from what to well, where is the closest pickleball
right.
court?
It is amazing. We have an amazing group of people that are playing pickleball with us, and it's just incredible how fast that sport has grown.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, Shari, I kind of want to harken back to something you were talking about earlier, and Tracie, we can go back and forth on this. We talked about, we talked about mental health and prevention and getting at young persons before there's a problem. Can we talk a little bit about the facility? I know we briefly mentioned, but can we go a little bit more in depth as to, do you have specific goals or missions with that in mind? Because we talked about giving them challenges and keeping them preventive measures, keeping them engaged. Can we kind of talk a little bit about that? I'm looking for more information about that.
Sure. Well, one of our goals is not to only offer fitness-related activity and sports-related activity. We are also offering creative arts activities. So we have a music program. We have smartphone photography. We are working with a local artist on bringing art classes to the facility, along with some charcuterie board making, which seems to be very popular these days. It's food, you can't go wrong there. But we're really trying to serve everybody that we can serve, no matter what your interest might be. So whether it's engaging you and helping you mentally through fitness or sport, absolutely, but we also can help engage you through creative arts as well.
And we, when we were building the facility, we had a teen advisory group come together a couple times. I mean, we actually talked to a number of different teen groups about the kinds of activities that would attract them. So they were interested in things that offered them a space to go, that wasn't really not an organized activity, but a place where they can go and maybe hang out and play ping pong or play spike ball or any kind of game, and maybe listen to music and maybe do some video games, that kind of thing, but where they could just come and feel comfortable and be with each other and be safe. And so those types of activities, we already have tween night and teen night and family nights scheduled on the schedule. So the tweens come one night and they can just hang out and do all kinds of different activities and have pizza. The teens it's open for another night for them, and then we have family night as well. And we're going to expand on those kinds of activities, because when you get kids, we believe that when you get kids into the facility doing things they already know they'll like, then they might try other things that they haven't tried before, and then they'll meet new people. And given that it's really an intergenerational facility, they'll also develop some relationships with adults. And a positive relationship with an adult is so important in young people's lives, and has proven to be one of the things that helps reduce the risky behaviors.
I love sitting here and hearing about how much thought has gone into not only the facility but also the programs that are offered.
Yes.
I love the fact that you guys are listening and implementing the feedback from the community. And I love what you were just talking about. You have the teen, the tween night, and this, and then there will be more to come. There's, as we already talked about, there's so much already offered, and there still is yet more to come. Just really quickly. The Culpeper Wellness Foundation has done amazing work in the community, continues to do so. This is probably just the latest in a long line. But if I'm looking for more information regarding the Culpeper Wellness Foundation and all that you offer, how can I get in contact with you? Where's the best way to find some information?
And you can go to the website. That's always a great place to start. And from there, you can go to the websites of our other programs, like Path Recreation and Fitness Center, PAL Wellness Center, the Free Clinic of Culpeper, and you can find out everything on the website. And anyone can call me anytime.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to need.
Anytime.
I'm going to give. Can I have your number?
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, it's 540-445-5414.
I like that. Fantastic. Now, Tracie, when we talk about the facility itself, you know, obviously we can start with Culpeper Wellness Foundation.
Sure.
But then if we head over to, I want to make sure I get this right, pathrecreationandfitnesscenter.org.
Correct.
Obviously, we can find out a lot of information, what we've talked about today, and a lot more. I'm assuming listing of classes, listing of offerings.
Absolutely. Listing of offerings, everything that's going on now, anything to come. Programming is evolving every week. So we've just finished working on our programming for September, where we're adding in actual skills and drills clinics for basketball for elementary, middle, and high school. And those programs are being overseen by high school and middle school basketball coaches. So we've got a great, exciting program coming for that. We also are working with bringing on more pickleball, believe it or not, even though it's as popular as it is now. And we've had a great turnout trying to figure out how to serve the pickleball.
And how about
community even more.
volleyball?
And volleyball. So volleyball, we have a group of coaches that are also from a local high school who are helping with our volleyball endeavor. Open play, regulated play, open play, and instructional. We also have tumbling. We have so many things going on. Definitely go to the website, check it out, because there really is something for everybody.
I love the fact that you're creating these partnerships through sport and fitness. And again, not only does it help you succeed, but it gives the people what they need, what they want. And also, you were talking about forming those positive relationships with adults. That's definitely one way to do it. I'm really excited for you guys. This is
We
amazing.
are. We're excited. Really trying to reach youth and families. But with our multi-sport simulator, we're even able to reach, our seniors. One of the things we have planned beginning in September is a senior bowling league. Because bowling is no longer available in Culpeper.
Yeah.
But with the simulator, you can bowl. And no, it's not exactly the same, but it's still social. It's still a lot of fun. And a lot of people can get together and bowl on the simulator at one time.
Well, I know when I was in there, I was messing around with the multi-sports machine, and a buddy of mine, we were actually trying to okay, when do you have an hour or two? We need to get over there and work on our swing.
Come on.
And I love the fact that there's just so many offerings. It really is something for everyone. I know that sounds cliche, but there really is.
It really is.
And if there isn't, there will be. Just let us
Yeah,
know what you
yeah.
want what we're missing, and we'll make it happen.
Well, as we begin to wind things down, I just had a couple questions, and one, I want to go back to what we're talking about at the ribbon cutting ceremony, is the sense of pride that I saw in the faces of the individuals attending. What was it like for you two? I'm sure it was some Tuesday morning or Wednesday afternoon where you're walking through the facility, and you were just like, yeah, this is it. This is what I saw when I saw the original plot. This is what I envisioned when I interviewed for the position. When did you have that feeling, or have you had that feeling? And is it a daily occurrence?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, it was, every step of the way it was wonderful for me. When I would walk in there and the walls would be up, and I would just get all excited. And then another time I remember when the bleachers had gotten delivered, and there was nothing in there yet. It was still a work zone, but I went in, sat on the bleachers, and it's just every step of the way it has been incredible. Even today, I was touring somebody who hadn't seen the place before, and when we walked into the gym, I just got goosebumps today. Even though I can't get over it. I'm so thrilled with the whole thing.
Tracie?
Same. I have to say, for me, I think when we first got our delivery of equipment, which was last December, into the fitness center, like the cardio equipment, and of course new equipment when you're in fitness management, you're just it's
Christmas morning.
It's Christmas, and it came in December, so the timing was right, and it was just okay. Here we go. We're getting this much closer. But I know for me, when I walked into that gymnasium after the flooring was done and everything was finished before the grand opening, like that day before, and it was very surreal, and it was very. It's very emotional to see how far we had come, and it actually was complete. We actually made it.
Yeah. And as you talked about before, it's with not only the support of the community, the Path Foundation indeed, but also your extremely active and hardworking board. We're going to list them at the end of the program because there's just so many individuals to name. It's great to see you, and I've said it before, nothing in this life is achieved without passion. And you can see and you can hear, the passion in your voices and in the way you talk about the facility and, of course, the Wellness Foundation. It's really great to see that passion for the Culpeper community. So thank you both. I appreciate that.
Thank you for having us.
One thing I want to just mention is there are fees associated.
That was going to be my next question.
Oh, there are fees associated. So members, people can buy memberships and come to the fitness center and recreation center and have access to activities without any additional charge. Or the public can drop in at any time and pay a drop-in rate or a program rate. So anyone can come to the facility. It is absolutely open to anyone in this community. And if someone comes to the facility and isn't able to pay the fee, we will make it work. So I do not want to turn anyone away ever who wants to participate in something and can't afford to pay the fee.
Exactly, and that was going to be my last question. I'm excited. I know the public is excited. They want to be a part of what's going on. And you answered that beautifully, and I love the fact of accessibility to all. It's one of the things, I think over the years when we were looking at the community needs, and the conversations have come up constantly. Back when I was in high school, it was like, there's nothing for the kids to do. Back in the 40s, there was nothing for the kids to do either. So I've heard.
Is that when you were in high school?
No, not at all. I mean, don't I look great
Yeah,
for
you
90?
do. Yeah, you do.
Absolutely.
I wonder if that math actually just checked out. But I love the fact that we're talking about accessibility for all, and that if someone wants to, they can. And that's what yet another aspect of this facility and the Wellness Foundation that really endears it to my heart and hopefully the public's as well.
Absolutely.
So ladies, we've talked quite a bit. I know the public is excited, probably as excited as you two are and your entire staff. I'd like to revisit with you later on to see how things are going. Maybe we could talk a little bit with some of the staff, the additional staff that you have, maybe even a few board members. But for now, I'm really excited to see it taking off very well and getting such a great reception from the community.
Us too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anything else maybe that we haven't talked about? I mean, we've covered a lot. There's still a lot more to cover. But is there anything else we want to make sure we let folks know before we leave here today?
I don't think so.
we've covered it all.
Thank you.
All right. So I did my job fairly well.
Great
Yes,
job.
you did.
Yes.
Great job.
Ladies, again, thank you for coming in. I appreciate all the hard work that you've done and the hard work you're going to continue to do in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're just as excited as I am for the addition of the Path Recreation and Fitness Center. For more information, you can log on to pathrecreationandfitnesscenter.org. If you want some additional information about what the Culpeper Wellness Foundation does, how you can be a part of it, and how you can help make a difference, log on as well to culpeperwellnessfoundation.org. Shari, what was your number again, real quick? I think it was 540.
540-445-5414.
All right.
That's my direct line.
Yeah. Hopefully you're going to be in big trouble for giving that out.
I'll be thrilled if my phone is ringing off the hook.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, until we see you on the pickleball courts, batting cages, multi-sport simulator, in the gym, or on the treadmill, you have yourselves a great day. And, of course, a better tomorrow.